What's up, planner peeps? When life gets overwhelming, I plan my imperfect life. This is Sarah, and welcome to Imperfectly Planned, a space for functional planning with a little flair. For anyone who's done trying to be perfect and just wants to show up, let's get into it. And before we dive in, I do want to shout out my blog, The Imperfect Blog, The Imperfect Spread. I'm still, thinking through what the name of it will be, but it is live and it's growing, and I'm building it into like a real resource for planners who want to functionally plan and add a little personality to their setup. The link is in the description if you want to subscribe or just check out some of the blog posts. I will be doing a review series. I started with the Laurel Denise Anne. So quick shout out to that. Check out the link in the description. So today we are here to plan the month of May. And this is my large Laurel Denise Anne planner. I just want to show the chunk that is going on. Look at that. I obviously have way more than 12 inserts in here. That's what Laurel Denise recommends. So just so you know, you can do it, you can stretch it, but it does start to certainly wear on the planner. But honestly, I love a lived-in planner. So this feels good, and I've only got 2 months left of this planner. This is an academic year planner, so very soon here I will be getting a new one. The Laurel Denise academic launch is on May 13th. I will certainly be getting my new Anne, or maybe something else. I don't know. I'm actually still thinking through, but I think I will be getting a new Anne that runs July to June of 2027. So I'm really looking forward to that. I am an affiliate for Laurel Denise, so if you are seeing this video either a little before or even after the launch, I would love it if you used my affiliate link. It helps me just keep making planning content. It is literally, honestly, my favorite thing in the world to do. And it just gives me a little time and incentive and the ability to keep buying planners and accessories and sharing them with everyone, and just being able to share a little inspiration in the functional planning space. So let's jump into it. First, I want to show off my April spreads, and it's actually only April 28th today. There's only 2 days left, but I do want to kind of share what my April weekly spreads are looking like. I think if you saw my April setup, you can see this is what my month ended up looking like. Quite a bit got added. And then I wanted to flip through the weeklies. I went super functional with a little color this week. Then I went, this is, if you follow my short form videos on either Instagram, that's at Planned Imperfectly, on Instagram, TikTok, here on YouTube, Pinterest, you name it, I'm at Planned Imperfectly. You'll see that I was trying Billy inserts. I actually took quite a few out because it really was adding bulk to have the daily pages in here. But this week I kind of focused on using sticky notes to move things from to do to done. And then I had a little more detail in my daily inserts here. And by inserts, I mean, I just cut them out of the Billy planner, which is Laurel Denise's undated daily planner. That's kind of in the same format with the short pages going up and down. And so that's what this week was. I did kind of a brain dump of tasks in the to do this week column. And then I wrote them on stickies, and those moved throughout the week there. And then some even moved here. This week I purely did stickies, so that's why it's super bare up here. And I did the short pages as well. Again, I took those out because it was really bulking the planner, so those are out. But this is last week. I did, again, a little flare up top, mostly functional, where I had my to-dos for home and work, and then my schedule, the kind of main list of tasks there. And then this is what this week is looking like. I kind of pulled back in this theme, which I really, really loved. I think this is called Floral Splash. This is from Planner Kate, and I will also link that down below. Not an affiliate, but absolutely love Planner Kate. Stickers, they're super functional, they're simple, and they just like add a little, I keep saying flair, but a little flair to your spreads. But this is what this week is looking like so far. And then another thing that I did, like I went back and forth on like whether I was usually using dailies or not, but I had my habit tracking. And then one of my favorite things I had as well was this plastic insert. It's actually like a sticker protective sleeve from Happy Planner that I added additional punches to so that it would fit in here. I'm so excited for discs, y'all, because I have to be able to take this stuff out and move it around. But I did my weekly actions here, and then I have more Billy pages that I cut out that are in here. And so that's what I use that section for. I'm not gonna share what's underneath here because it's personal, and I had habit tracking, what's listed, and then my cleaning checklist for the month, or like weekly checklist. So that is April, and we are moving into May. And you'll see that I had like, I pre-selected what I wanted to do. I even put in the date dots because I didn't want to spend too much time on camera doing that part. But I always like to start with decorating, and then I will get more into the function. So I'll speed us up a little bit while I get some of these stickers down. Okay, so that is like all of the typical stuff that I put down, like the header, the days of the week, the date dots, and then I went in and added trash and recycling, and then the holidays. Next, I will take a look at my digital calendar. I use Google Calendar, and just see what's going on for the month of May, which you see I have quite a few like sticky notes. This we're not doing, so I'm gonna take this up. The Richmond Ballet was coming to our town, but we have a wedding that day, so we will not be going to that, unfortunately. I'm adding some of the stuff that we will have for our house. If you didn't know, and sorry, this is a total side tangent. Feel free to skip if you're not interested. But I've been using a small rose planner. I can't show too much, which I hate doing, but I just want to keep it private and personal. But I will show like one of the pages that I set up last night. Well, one, I have a blog post that I'm kind of working through that I'm gonna share ideas for what to do with the back pages. This doesn't just apply to the small rose. It's in like nearly every planner now, except for the like undated daily ones, because they weren't sure about the back pages there for Laurel Denise. But I'm jotting down ideas for how to use these pages. Like I said, I'm using this for my planning our home build. So I don't really need them. I will probably start using the checklist inserts once we have more decisions to make, but I'm gonna kind of keep my hand over this. But this is our floor plan, and then I keep having like random ideas pop up about what I want to do with each room. So I have this idea that I'm gonna use this, that anytime I have those ideas to come write it in here for the associated room. And that way, when it comes time to like talk to our builder about certain stuff, I make sure I might use like, actually, I'm like pretty sure I'm gonna use the, let's see if I have it in here. I don't think I do. But anyway, Erin Condren has these like stamp markers that make little check boxes, and I'm just gonna do that, and it'll have little check marks next to everything, and I'm super excited about that. But yeah, maybe I'll share more about this when I can make sure that I'm like using shorthand and not showing too much. But let me know if you're interested in a video like that, because I'd be happy to show that. We are brand new to the building process and like knew nothing about it. So I'd love to share if people, you know, want to know as well what we've done in our process. Okay, so, oh, I forgot. I have these two. These are really pretty. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna put this down really quick. But like I said, I pulled up my, I'm gonna take it all the way to the edge here. I pulled up my digital calendar to take a look at what events need to be added. So we are getting electricity brought to the new build. So we've got a meeting early in May for that. I've got down. I want to add the Hustle Sanely Study Hall events. That will be happening. Probably just use this Rytech pen for that. I wonder how many events it is. Can I possibly use these for that? Okay. And then we've got the stuff that we always have, like dance and gymnastics. Yep, I think that's mostly it. Okay. And then next month somehow gets even busier. I don't know how. I'm just gonna write it in, and I'm gonna use erasable pen. I always think I'm gonna be big and bold and go for it, but I always end up with erasable pen. Okay, so on the 5th, I'm gonna do a productivity power hour. And I'm always curious, I go back and forth, but do you have a way that you like to write your events? Like, do you do time first, then the event, or the event first and then the time? I switch it up, and I don't know which one I like better. I think they both work for me, honestly, so it's kind of doesn't matter. But I guess this month we will be doing event first. And I think my son might have woken up from his nap, so we might be cutting this short and coming back later. Let's see, sometimes he just stirs and wants to say hello, I guess. But I think I hear him. And what I'm doing is leaving a little space for these evening meetings, just in case something comes up in the evening. I don't hear him anymore, so we'll keep going until he tells me otherwise. We've got dance, and then gym. Oh, there he is. Okay, folks, I will be back. Okay, seems like false alarm. Okay, guys, I am back. And we're gonna do the dashboard, but I thought of a couple of things that I need to add to the calendar. So I'm gonna do that really quick. But I think that is it for the monthly side. And then I'm having a major brain fart. So I'm gonna write down everything that I want to put over here right now while I'm thinking about it. So goals, cleaning. I think I'm gonna do habits. I think I am gonna have like a smaller weight tracking chart than I did last month. I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet. I might just use markers, like use my Moxie markers or something. I don't know yet. Anything else I wanted to put over here? Monthly to-dos, which is kind of a given. But I never wanna forget. And actually, let me flip back. There's a few things here. But before I kind of like do a little recap of everything, I just want to thank you for watching my videos. Or if this is your first time here, thank you for taking a look. I want these videos to actually serve the people that watch them. So if you could, pretty please tell me in the comments, do you like chatty plan with me's, where I kind of walk it through everything? Or do you prefer like body doubling where it's quiet, focused type style with music, and just us kind of planning together? I know personally, I put planning videos on in the background, whether they're chatty or more like body doubling, quiet, vibey music, and I plan. I think both are valid. It just kind of depends on what mood I'm in, but like I said, I want these videos to serve others. This is my Imperfectly Planned is like my love letter to the planning community. And I just want to know what you need, so let me know. Again, here's the final spread. Let's take a peek. I'll make sure to grab a better view as well, but I kind of like the purple and yellow. I'm not gonna lie, I think it turned out really good. But come find me on Instagram at Planned Imperfectly. I do behind the scenes kind of stuff, planning inspo, hauls, and honestly just content that doesn't take itself too seriously. All my links and socials are in the description. I have an Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, here on YouTube. But yeah, so planning doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful. It just has to help you show up. And that's exactly what I'm here for. So I'll see you in the next one. Now go plan your imperfect life.